Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to your first virtual classroom guidance lesson. I had the opportunity to come into your guys' classrooms the last 2 weeks. Um, and if you didn't see me, then you saw Mrs. Mason, the other school counselor. So we got to come in, introduce ourselves, and talk about our role here in the school. Today, we are going to have our first virtual classroom guidance lesson. Now, as things start to change, possibly, hopefully I can come into your classrooms and do a classroom guidance lesson. But for now, we will be doing our lessons virtually, okay? All right, so let me minimize myself here so that we can see my PowerPoint behind you. Oh, there I am behind you. It's behind me. So we are going to talk today about masked feelings. And I'm saying mask like this, right? So this year at school, we have a lot of changes. Okay, we have to wear masks every day to keep us safe. We have to keep our desks further apart. And we have to have smaller class sizes. So typically maybe you would have 20 kids in your class. Right now you only have about 10. All of these things are to keep us safe, but they are new. And if you're an incoming kindergartner, everything feels new, right? So we have lots of things that have changed this year. Which of these changes do you guys think have been the hardest to adjust to? Have any of them been difficult? Maybe you miss having really big classes, or maybe you miss getting to sit with next to a partner in your desk. So those might be some things that might be hard to adjust to. I know for us as teachers, one thing that has been really hard to adjust to is wearing masks. Not only because it makes it a little hard for us to talk to you, but it also makes it hard for everybody to understand how people are feeling. Okay, when you wear a mask, it covers up half of my face, right? So I could be feeling different things under this mask that you might not be able to see, all right? And how do you guys think these masks will impact you in terms of trying to talk to your friends or trying to understand how they're feeling? Do you think that it could be hard to understand how someone is feeling when they're wearing this? We'll talk a little bit today about how we can tell how someone is feeling even though half of their face is covered. Okay? All right. So, one way we can understand how somebody is feeling is we can listen to their words. So even if they have a mask on, listening to how they're feeling or listening to what they're telling us can help us understand how they feel. So this friend here is saying, what if I don't know anyone in my class? Mask on or mask off, I understand that he's probably feeling nervous. He's probably feeling worried and scared. He's saying, what if I don't know anyone in my class? Those words are telling me that he's feeling nervous. We can think about the situation and how we might feel. Okay, so say we see a friend at lunch and they just spilt their milk carton on the floor. Now, maybe we can't see their face. Maybe their back is toward us even. But, excuse me, we can think about how we would feel in that situation. So I think, if I spilt my milk all over the floor, I might be feeling embarrassed. Or I might be feeling worried. Now what am I going to drink? Am I going to get in trouble? If it's an accident, you would not be getting in trouble. But I would still be feeling embarrassed and worried. Okay? So another way to think about how someone might be feeling is to think about how you would feel in that situation. We can also look at somebody's facial expressions. Now, again, we are only seeing half of their face now, okay? So it's a little harder to see how somebody might be feeling. I can tell from this friend's face, his eyebrows are pointed down. He looks angry. All right, so we can look at their facial expressions, but it's a little harder now with our masks. But what if they're wearing a mask? That's what we're talking about. All of these things we just talked about, masks can impact how we read somebody or how we interpret or understand how they're feeling. Okay. So even if somebody's wearing a mask, we can still get important clues from their faces. We can still see their eyes. We can still see some of their forehead, right? We can still kind of figure out what they're saying or what they're feeling. Excuse me. All right, right here. How do you think this friend is feeling? And I'm going to do it too with my mask. How do you think this friend is feeling? I see eyebrows pointing down. I see some worrisome looks. I don't think he's smiling under there. He is angry. When you see those eyebrows go down, look at my eyebrows right now. That is an angry face. Mask on or mask off. Angry. How do you think this friend is feeling? Now, I can't do that to my eyes. I'm going to try to do the emotion in real life. But to me, this is like a, okay? How do you think this friend is feeling? If you see his eyes, they're kind of like googly. I'm going to try and do it best in real life. I think this friend is feeling silly. That's a silly face, right? And here's my silly face with a mask and without a mask. So the difference is my mouth is open. His mouth is probably open underneath that mask too to make a silly face. Maybe his tongue's even out, like, right? That's a silly face. How do you think this friend is feeling? So I see that their eyes are closed. Their eyebrows are kind of pointed, or they're like in a circle, a half moon up there. Not a circle, a half circle. I'm going to make this face on me now, okay? Like this. He's looking down or his eyes are closed. I think this friend is feeling sad, okay? You can tell by the way his eyes are looking down. I bet his head is facing down on me. Here's me with a mask feeling sad, and me without a mask feeling sad. His mouth is probably closed. He might even be crying. But with a mask or without a mask, you can see if somebody is crying. He is feeling sad. How do you think this friend is feeling? His eyes are so wide. His eyebrows are up. Here's my version of this. Ready? This is a little different than silly. Here's my eyes again. I think this friend is feeling surprised. So under the mask, it could look like this. And you wouldn't know that his mouth is open because the mask covers it, but you can still see that look in his eyes. So here I am surprised without a mask, and here I am surprised with a mask. All right. How do you think this friend is feeling? So he's looking over to the side. Maybe he had a little bit of an eye roll even, like this. Let me show you this face with a mask. I think this friend is feeling annoyed or maybe even bored. Sometimes those things go hand in hand. He's feeling annoyed or bored. I bet his mouth is closed. You can see he's annoyed because, again, his eyes are looking over. It kind of looks like he's rolled his eyes maybe. All right, so this is what it looks like with a mask off and a mask on. You really don't even need to see the mouth to understand that this feeling is annoyed. How do you think this friend is feeling? All right, so the eyes are squinted like this. I'm going to show you in real life. This was kind of hard. What do we think? Is he about to sneeze? That's what I look like before I sneeze. Is he feeling sad? Is he angry? I think he's feeling scared. He might be closing his eyes because he's nervous to look at something. It could be like this, right? If you're feeling worried or scared, you might be like, you might want to look at the whole body, not just the face, to understand how this person is feeling. He's feeling scared. Here's my scared without a mask. And here's my scared with a mask. All right. How do we think this friend is feeling? So he's got eyes. He's got big eyes, and his eyebrows are facing like this. I'm going to, excuse me, make this face now. See how my eyebrows are going under like this? I'm going to make it with a mask. I think this friend is feeling worried. Here's my worried face without a mask. See how my eyebrows are furrowing? You might be able to tell in my mouth too. I'm like, I put my mouth close together if I'm feeling worried. Now when I have a mask on, it's harder to tell what my mouth is doing, right? But you can still see it in my eyebrows and on my eyes. How do you think this friend is feeling? I love his glasses. How cute is that? All right. How do we think this friend is feeling? There's not a lot of social cues to pick up on here, which is a cue. Not a lot going on. He doesn't have any eyebrows showing me that he's angry or that he's scared. I think this friend is feeling curious, or maybe he's just content, right? So he might be curious and thinking like, I wonder what we're going to learn today. If he had any arms, he might be like this. I'll show you with my mask on. He might be like this, like interested to learn. Okay, see how my hands are ready to learn? Or maybe he's like this with a mask off. Curious, content, ready to learn. How do you think this friend is feeling? See, the eyebrows are pointing out this way. I think it's looking a little like this. I think this friend might be feeling happy. All right, so this friend is happy. Oh, you know what? Let me show you my happy without a mask. See how my eyebrows go back? All right. This mask, or my smile with a mask on, looks like this. See, the cheeks go up under the eyes. That always happens to me. And then you got the eyebrows going down, and this is happy. Smiling. When I smile, I kind of turn my head too. So maybe that's a good cue to teach, or so that you can tell if someone's smiling underneath, right? Usually their cheeks give it away. All right. Even if someone is wearing a mask, we can still use clues from their face or also their hands or their body language to know how they feel. We can also, remember, listen to their words. So if they're telling us like, oh, I don't know who I'm going to sit by at lunch today, they might be feeling worried or sad. Okay, listen to their words, look at their face, and look at their body. We still know how someone feels. All right, friends. I'm also going to upload this little activity for you. This is just a feelings matchup here. So you will match up the mask with the face that does not have a mask. So like right now, I'm seeing silly with the mask, and I'm seeing silly without a mask. So I'm going to match them up. Okay? That's just a fun little activity. All right, well, friends, I look forward to seeing you in school, or if you're virtual, I look forward to touching base with you virtually, okay? If you guys ever need anything, whether you're at home or you're at school for the day, remember, you can come and talk to me, all right? I am here for you guys. I hope you had a wonderful time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.